So 2004 subscribers. Congratulations to myself. Thanks Sarah Lipper for telling me, because I never really checked, to be honest with you. Last time I saw it was at 1,800 and something. It was taking ages to go up, so I didn't think it would get today. So I big up Sarah Lipper. A lot of people think that's me. It's not me. I haven't got time to do all these kind of silly accounts. Obviously, I can't kind of do to all my kind of subscribers and stuff. Even my haters, thank you. Obviously, there's certain people. If I forget your name, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think. Your brother, 72 Virgin Goats, Sophia Films, Mega True Talks. Obviously, Hassan. I don't really see him as a subscriber. He's more of a mate. Nick Dudley. I think it's Amida Menag. Ian Spiker. Craig Gifford, who goes to, I think it's Craig Gifford that goes to Speaker's Corner. Sorry if I haven't mentioned your name, but you know, that's just all I can remember at the moment. But thanks to everybody. But guess what? Who's my favourite people though? Are actually my haters. To all my haters, you're making my channel grow. Now, if you look here, what is quite surprising is that I've got 2,000 subscribers, but guess what my average view is? Like 2,000, 2,600, 2.8, 3.8. 4.5, 4K, 17K views, 3.8, 3.3, 3.5, 7.2, nearly 10, 2 to 9, 17K again. I wonder who are putting in these views. It's my haters. They watch more of my videos than anybody else. They comment more and they dislike more, but I don't really care as long as you're watching and I'm getting into your head. That's the funniest part about it. You know, it's amazing to me that you're watching my videos and just making my channel just grow and grow and grow and grow. Obviously, I did want to keep, I mean, I wasn't going to do a video today because I did my video last night. I was up all night drawing, obviously this particular drawing here, and I didn't want to get into negativity, but guess what? People drag me into the gutter sometimes. So if I'm in the gutter, I might as well get a little bit dirty and let me do my thing that I'm good at, which is going beast mode on people. Now I'm going to say something that, you know, certain people I've given more chances than other people, and then I'm like, all right, give that person a chance. And but then you've got this guy. Who is this? It's Syeeed, yeah, Ali Divas' little pet poodle. He's Manuel to Basil 40. He's little kind of what I call a little slave. That's always going to be his cameraman for the rest of his life. You know, obviously, I said in the past that, you know, Ali Diva was clock blocking you know, Syeeed from getting anywhere, but I don't think he's interested in that type of person anyway. I think he's inclined in a different way. And the reason why I'm going beast mode on this dude is because, you know, yesterday he just messaged me out of the blue. I didn't say anything. He just messaged me. So he was like, right, and this is a private conversation, don't care. Because he's not nobody to me now, and so I will disclose his stupid behaviour. And he goes, he sends that, oh, about the porn user thing. You don't think that's slandering me? And what's this, hey, full of porn? Yeah, all right, fair enough. Was having a bit of a giggle. So what I did, I sent back a long thingy about how it wasn't me. You know, that picture in the corner was me, obviously, as you can see from here. I can't bother to get 3 or 4 screens up at the same time, so it's easier just for me to go boo, brr, brr, brr. So it's all in one place. And then I sent him this. Remember the situation where Steven Sara Garvey Burrell, who I have actually reported to the police, and they're going to be looking into it under the Malicious Communications Act 1988. And so if any emails are sent, it has to, I mean, obviously an email must be sent before I can do anything properly, but it's already been registered, so we're waiting. So you can see here, obviously it was like a suspect, which is me, has been known to frequent late in Gurdan, and the Sikh ladies have their meetings on Thursday and Fridays. Theirs is the final. Remember, Sikh ladies. So he could have chosen men, he could have chosen anybody, but he wants the Thursdays and Friday nights with the Sikh ladies because he knows it's going to cause maximum amount of offence. Theirs is a final judgment on whether Sikhism allows pornography. Obviously, a very sexually charged question that he's sending to the Sikh ladies on a Thursday night at a temple. Yeah, and a female's name that he's given. Sorry if I keep on showing it, but I need to show the sickness of these people. And so, you know, this is quite a clear cut, black and white scenario where somebody has totally gone beyond the pale of what is normal behaviour. And so you would expect everybody to condemn this. You know, if I did this to a mosque, I'd be dead by now. I'd be dead. Literally, someone would be around my house. I'd either be locked up or I'd be killed. Because Muslims are completely hypocritical when it comes to stuff like this. But guess what? Have a look at what Mr. Thingy. So when I sent all this evidence down, yeah, look, I got the evidence there. Remember, so this is proof that I sent it to him. He then, instead of commenting on this or commenting on anything, he says, I'm more worried about those pics of yours, porn, and the corner pic in particular, this corner pic. Remember, he didn't mention the fact that somebody had sent a malicious comment that could affect the female congregation of my local temple and insult them, including my mum who goes there. Instead, he was more concerned about this and that. Obviously, I said to showed him the picture. This is me, still trying to be civil, still trying to be civil. He said, that pic is not you, that's a girl. Come on, bro. Pic is me, obviously. You can see, you can see, you can see, you can see. And even if people want even more thingy, all right. So let's see if let's have a look. If I go to pictures, and if you go to the corner, where is it? Here it is. Remember that? So this is actually me live now. Clicking into it. Oh, guess what? There's actually more pics. And guess what's weird? I don't want to show them because I was so cute when I was young. And everyone says, what happened to you, Raj? Actually, here's another one of me when I was little. And obviously, here's the other one. Me. And you can pull out and you can see, have a look. And so it's pretty clear cut. Don't even know why I'm doing that. But obviously, this person is just so brain dead. And so I was like, all right. Let me try and reason with him. Let me try and reason with him. Let me try. So you can see the amount of comments I'm putting down. Then I'm talking about Afghanistan, and obviously the Muslims always bitch about how they're persecuted, even when other people plights on the line, they always drag it back to themselves and a victim mentality. It's me, me, me. Muslims are the victim, even though in Afghanistan, Sikhs and Hindus are persecuted to an nth degree. So obviously, I had written down again that what that Steven Sara Garvey Burrell, the fake account, did. And he says, show me the evidence where I support him, because I believe, all right, before I go on, actually, I'll talk about it. So he should show me the evidence where I support him and where he targeted Sikh women to be attacked. I believe when you send a message like that, you are attacking my community and the Sikh ladies at that community. There are old women and people that are there that do not need to hear about stuff like this. It's a Sikh temple and a place of worship, and this is not the place to send these kind of comments to. So to me, it's an attack on my community. So you can see I wrote down a long thingy. He says, send me a screenshot of this fake Sara saying or inciting attacks on the temple or its people's worship. Until I see evidence, I can't just condemn anyone, especially by who has a bias and agenda like you, because you're always right and everyone who is a Muslim is always wrong and must be the guilty party to jump to the worst one on the list. So I sent the evidence, obviously, as you can see, this is the evidence with obviously what was on there, you know, the disgusting behavior of sending this to a particular temple. And guess what? Hold on a minute. This is the response after seeing it. Yeah, after seeing it 4 times. Hold on a minute. Where did he incite violence like you're claiming? He just saying to let them know you're into porn. So listen to that. He's just saying to let them know. So to let the women know that you're into porn in a Sikh Gurudwara. So he's just saying to let them know you're into porn. So he's basically saying it's fine to send this particular email to a Gurudwara. It's a Gurudwara, a Sikh temple, a place of worship, on a Thursday and Fridays when there's women there to talk about pornography, and to a female at that particular temple. Not a male, to send it to a female at that particular temple and sending all the details. Now I'll ask the Muslims again, if I was to do this to a mosque on a night when it's females and asking about pornography and maybe even sending that video about me, what would happen to me? What would happen to me? I would be killed, or I'd be beaten up, or I'd be jailed. Something would happen, or even stoned, because that's the way they do it as well. Asking is porn allowed in Sikhism isn't anything to do with violence, and you're using this to hate all Muslims and Islam. If one person does something, you get angry with all Muslims and its people. What the hell is this? Now remember, he's saying he's just saying to let them know you're into porn. So he thinks it's fine to send an email to a temple asking if Raj Singh Tao is into porn and what is the stance on porn to female congregation of that particular temple. So Syeeed, you're a sick individual. One of the reasons why I have a massive problem with Muslims in general, on average, not every single one, is because they will defend their brothers. Because remember, Steven Sara Garvey Burrell, a Muslim brother to the nth degree. It doesn't matter what it is, grooming, terrorism. Obviously people like Shamsi and Hussein and them, and Saracen and Paul are calling out these extremists. But even they're getting backlash. Why are you telling people you're going to tell the police and them and all this kind of stuff, and you're bringing them out? Even they're getting backlash. That just shows you the mentality of the Muslim community and why they're in such a mess. Because look at this guy who knows that somebody has done something very abhorrent, or maybe he doesn't know, but he just goes, he's just saying, remember, he's just saying to let them know you're into porn. So if someone was to email the female congregation of a mosque and just talk about porn and stuff, would that be acceptable to you? Would that be acceptable? Is that normal behavior to Muslims? Maybe it is, I don't know. So I have always had this problem with Muslims in the sense that they protect their own to the nth degree. I understand protecting your community, but they go way beyond the power. This is why grooming has been on an epidemic scale, because they will not shop in their Muslim brothers, even if they're not, obviously a lot of them are not devout or anything. You also have the terrorism situation. When people are calling them out, they're called traitors and stuff like that, even though they're doing an amazing job, like Shamsi and Hussein and them lot, calling people out, big them up. And then you have this kind of situation, or when it gets to a smaller level, where when their Muslim brothers are doing terrible things. I remember I got threatened at Speaker School and no one said anything. I got threatened twice by Taweed and Mosan from Dawah Digital. I've had Sara Garvey has put my home address online. I've had people saying I knock my turban off, call me an effing dirty Sikh. Omar said about me that I've got shit under my turban. And people are not ever saying anything about this. And people are going to say free speech, free speech. You don't understand the concept of free speech. I'm not going to even explain it to you, Syeeed, because you're very thick. I've realised your IQ must be below at least 50. I'm not sure if your family's inbreeding, but there's a problem with you. You cannot understand basic concepts. I've tried to explain to you, but it's like talking to a turd, and it's impossible. So I'm not going to even bother with this guy anymore. Now, the thing is about Syeeed, I tried to be nice to him. We had this silly little thing about me going, Syeeed, and 1 week he'd ignore me. 1 week he'd talk to me. Next week I wouldn't talk to him.
You know about
and I found him quite humorous, if I'm being honest. You would like the way you might find a little chihuahua or something humorous. Now I don't. I'm bored of him. And you're going to see the difference when I become, let's just say, bored of somebody and they've crossed the line with me. When I say people always cross the line, if you cross that line, then there's an F something moment with me, and then I will treat you differently. I'll go beast mode on you, and obviously he's crossed that line for me because he's shown me his true colours, that he is a vile individual who doesn't mind people contacting local Sikh temples and asking lewd and sexually charged questions, and instead of just outright saying, look man, that's bad, but Raj, I don't agree with everything you say. He can't even say that. He cannot even say that. He has to go to the point of obviously saying this, so people can remember when I sent the evidence. He's just saying to let them know you're into porn. So by itself, it doesn't sound so bad. But think about what he's saying. I've sent him a thingy. I'm going to show it again because I want it to get into people's heads how messed up he is. My local temple, and the Sikh ladies had the meetings on Fridays and Thursday nights. Remember, my mum also attends that particular temple, and family and stuff. And final judgment on whether Sikhs allows pornography, and the details of the Sikh temple with female congregation are on there. And his response to that isn't that's bang out of order, that guy shouldn't have done it, but it's this. He's just saying to let them know you're into porn. Yeah? Remember that? And the thing is, I know everybody knows who Steven Sara Garvey Burrell is in terms of the Dawah teams. They are working with those particular guys, Muppets Corner, Speakers Corner, and you had the Kemet Clowns as well. All of them like in cahoots. I know that the guy goes to Speakers Corner. I'm 99% sure he frequents it sometimes. One day he'll be found out, and I guarantee you people are going to be shocked about how much of a high profile person he is at Speakers Corner, because I've got my suspicions. I'm going to try and figure out who it is, because he said a few things that only somebody that can turn up would probably know, or somebody that has deep connections with the Dawah teams. So both Ali Divas, both Syeeed, both all of the rest of the teams are Pathway to Misery, and sorry, I call them Pathway to Misery, not Pathway to Mercy. And then all of these particular teams, Black Dunya and all, they all know these guys, yeah, and they support their behaviour. They have no qualms about, like, for most of the communities, they'll have a limit of where they would go to kind of attack someone. With the Muslim community, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it straight, they have no level. They'll go for families, they'll go for your temple, they will go for this, they will go for that. That's why people's lives in a place like Afghanistan are unbearable, because when they see you as a kuffar, you're a kuffar. That's it. You can't do anything to become one of them unless you convert to their way of life, and this is a big problem. So I'm just going to say something, Syeeed. I will see you. I will film you, but let's just say the filming won't be jovial anymore. Hopefully, you'll understand that this is the point where I believe that you effed up.